You know, like when you stream, you actually only playing at 50% of your usual skill. So what you're seeing right now is 50% of my actual skill. So I will tell you this, if I play in 3K games and I play the way I do, I will get flamed for playing the way I do. Because 3K players don't understand why I'm making the decisions I do. And they will flame me when I don't join a fight that is bad. And they will flame me for not dying in a fight they're dying. So you should just mute the people. I will also get flamed by playing at 3K, 4K, 5K games. If you don't know who I am. People, like, you can always blame someone. If a 3K player wanted to, they can blame pro players. This is what happens when they watch pro games, you know? These 2K, 3K MMR players, they are criticizing these pro players. It's because they're picking out what they're doing bad. Like, you can't do it. Like, you can always do it. You're not supposed to be toxic about it. You just mute the people that are annoying. Because you can always flame people, is my point. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, if you have a goal, if your goal is to flame a person, you will be able to find a way to flame a person. Yeah, you can always criticize. That's what I'm trying to say. So you just mute the people that are actually talking. How can I stay more positive, consistent? If I'm tilted, I lose more MMR, so I feel I can't. So the first step is to identify the fact that being positive is actually good for your gameplay. So what you need to identify is that staying positive actually helps your gameplay, and what also means that tilting is bad for you. So what you should be doing is you should try to not tilt and try to stay positive. What I actually realized is when I was toxic, what I did was I realized that I was flaming people to just justify myself losing a game. And I was like, this is cool to do it. But then I started thinking that it's actually not cool. And what's actually cool is to stay calm and be nice to people even when you're losing. Sad. I'm actually gonna buy Orchid this game. You don't have to only blame yourself. I mean, you just don't have to be toxic to other people. Like, you can blame them. I think it's fine for you to blame them, but just don't say it. Because you gain nothing by... The only thing you're doing when you say it, like when you speak out your mind, is you're actually just being an asshole. I think it's fine to be mad at your teammates for fucking up. I think that's completely natural. Like, getting mad at your teammates for fucking up is completely natural. Just don't say it. You're just being an asshole. There's no reason for you to say it. They don't play better because you say it. They're just gonna feel like shit. But obviously you don't need to say that this whole game is my fault. Sometimes it is your team's fault. And yeah, I mean, if it is your team's fault, then you shouldn't be too hard on yourself. And generally at low MMR, you're never gonna play with the same person again. So there's a lot of people that just says like, for next time do this or do that. You're never gonna play with this person again, so what's the point? What's the point in like flaming the guy? Or like trying to teach him Dota? You're never gonna meet this guy ever again in your pubs. You're just taking out your frustrations, really. Unless it's actually relevant for the game. If it's actually relevant for the game, then it's fine. Like, for example, BKB faster next time. Like, next fight. Then it's good. I mean, everyone will still get very mad, and it will happen. So, even if you get very toxic sometimes, don't be too hard on yourself. Just try to aim to like keep those thoughts to yourself, or at least just not spray it to your teammates. I mean, I'm sure literally every single person is guilty of like making other people feel bad with their words. I think that's just how like your team games are. Like you will lash out at your teammates because you're tilted. The only thing you can do is try to work on it. Who's the best mid player right now? Me. When I'm not streaming. You know, like when you stream, you're actually only playing at 50% of your usual skill. So what you're seeing right now is 50% of my actual skill. It's pretty difficult to play and stream. I'll be rank 1 right now if I wasn't streaming. I mean, you might actually underestimate how difficult it is to stream and play at the same time. There's a reason why, because like there's so many pro players that will have like 10k viewers if they just streamed. Like if Miracle was streaming, we have like 10-20k viewers. That's like, he just doesn't want to do it because it's just very annoying. Like it's very distracting, and they are focusing on other things. So you know, all the things I say that's not to my team, I would never say it if I wasn't playing, if I wasn't streaming. And if I'm not talking while I'm playing, I will play 100 times better. It's like you know when you're reading a text, right? Like when you're reading like when you read a book, you read so much faster if you don't read it out loud. So what I'm doing is like I'm saying my thoughts out loud, and that makes me think about my thoughts slower. Does that make sense? It's not that I'm just reading chat. It's like I'm saying what I'm thinking. I guess you don't know if you never read in your life. But I mean, you can try to read one time out loud and in your brain. It's you read so much faster if you don't read it out loud. If you didn't know. What I'm trying to say is saying your thoughts out loud is actually really distracting, and it makes me play worse. Like you guys might actually think I'm trolling or like just having like just saying random things or like having fun. I'm serious that I play way worse when I'm streaming. Yeah, if you guys think that streaming is an easy job, then you guys have never streamed. I mean, you can stream by just putting on your stream, but if you want to be entertaining, then it's very difficult. Yeah, I mean, if I streamed and I turned off my chat, like if I'm active with additional chat and I'm only playing as if I'm not streaming, maybe it's okay. I will still be a little bit distracted, but not as much. But honestly, I don't care about winning or losing as much as providing entertainment. Because that's my job. It's more about providing entertainment than actually winning my game. Then sorry on Morph? No, don't do it. So, what you abuse on Morphling is you can only lose 700 HP. Yeah, I mean, so I have Drown Lance instead though. So I have a Drown Lance instead of a mask. It's a little bit less. It's a little bit more expensive. But I mean, I also had 2 bands instead of a mask. I had 2 bands instead of a mask, which is 12 Agi. 12 Agi is 200 HP. And I'm stronger it with max HP than Murray Mask. So when you go, if you buy a mask like this, what is it? So the only HP I'm gonna lose is this much HP, right? So if this guy Dagons me, I don't even know why I don't have a Dagon. Okay, so if I Dagon this guy, like I will always be full HP. I mean, I will always be at this HP. Like this is what the HP you're gonna play with. And then what you can do in late game as well is not if you don't have if you have a lot of stats items like Manta, E-Blade, Scotty. What you can do is you do this. So you get the, oh my god, I killed myself. So when you go low HP like this, you go max Agi. Then what you do is you backpack your items, you go max strength, you put them back in. Like the problem is here that there's no, what is it called? What is it called? There's no backpack cooldown. So I will show you what I do. I usually put them in faster, but this is how it looks like. You go max strength. So now your percentage HP is very high. What you do after that is you just put in your items. Now I'm full HP basically. When I max Agi again. So instead of being like, what was it? 1 out of 1700, I am 1100 out of 1500. By just backpacking items. Instead of using Morph Mask. You don't need Morph Mask to heal, even late game. You just go percentage based and then you heal up. I did not know the trick. Yeah, there's not many people that does this. Level 25 Morphling tricks. How do you know about it? I mean, I found it. I mean, I just thought about it myself. So more attribute shift is additive. Items in your inventory is percentage based. So by backpacking my items, it makes me have higher percentage based HP when I'm max strength, and that means that when I put back when items gets into my inventory when I'm max strength, I have more percent. I don't even know how to explain. I mean, it's hard for me to explain it. It just It's just additive plus percentage based HP depending on attribute shifts plus items, which is what you're abusing. Was it true? You can watch the VOD. It's you can backpack. You can put item. So if you're low HP, you can go max agile, then you max strength, then you backpack your items, then you max strength, then put them into your inventory.